Hello faithful aquaponics interested followers. Here today I'm just going to go over my little system again, maybe a little more in depth. So here's the fish. They're doing pretty well. The water's a little cloudy because I add this stuff in here because I just had to reset the system. So this just gives a little extra nutrients to the plants, which are doing fantastic, by the way. Here we got a row of tomatoes, 4 different types. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have a nice patch of radishes here, which they love this system. So if you're looking at growing specific things, radishes are a good one to do. Some beets that are starting, they don't seem to be doing very excellent, but they are definitely a slower growing plant than radishes, so something to consider. Over here we have the floating raft. There's a bunch of different lettuces growing in here, and there is a basil plant there. Looks like the rest of the seeds didn't come up, but maybe one's starting to right here. So basil seems to be happy. Now I've tried again to get cilantro to grow in here. However, I'm not having any luck. And a couple other things that I haven't had luck with are a different version of beet, which you can see that there's a big empty square there that's definitely unoccupied. The newest project that I've added to this is this here. It's kind of like a nutrient film technique deal. So there's a separate pump just for that, and it's a lot lower volume than the regular pump, which you can see right here is 398 gallons per hour, and it feeds up through this main line over, constant flow through here, constant flow through here, and then this little guy right here is an automatic siphon, which basically, I'll show you, it fills up to a level which is about to hit. Once it fills up, then the water starts flowing through that little hexagon drain fitting there. And once it starts to fit, once it gets to that point, it'll fill up, it'll start flowing through, and as the water keeps coming through, as you can see it is right now, through this tube that feeds all the way down over to the corner here, then it'll start to drain out this little guy right here, which it should happen any moment now. And once it does, we'll wait for it because it's really close. Once it does, it'll just start flowing out slowly at first, and you'll see this happen in just a moment. But then it'll actually make a siphon because this tube is bent, and it'll basically it'll be flowing enough to where the airflow can't go back up the tube. So the water starts flowing out. So the siphon starts, and it'll drain that bed up there completely. Which, as you can see, I mean it's about 10 inches deep, and filled with these hydroton clay corals. And once that happens, I mean it's just on a cycle. It'll fill and drain and fill and drain. This bed, on the other hand, is always flowing, and you can see the water level here. Maybe that's a bad image. We'll lift it up for a second. The water level right there is, you can see all the roots dangling down, and they all look pretty nice and white and happy. And you can see the air pump in there is again always flowing. So it just drains out of this little guy right here, another one of those hexagonal drain things, down out the bottom in this tube, and it flows out right here. And here you can see the siphon has started, and this tank is draining, so that's a good thing. Now, as far as the NFT system here, you can see that the drain comes out right here. It comes, and it's not on right now because I just did a little work on it. It just comes out right there and flows right into the water. And it comes up from this extra pump, which you can see right here. And there's 2 air stones in here, although one seems to have failed me. And there's also an air line that goes directly into the pump outlet there. You can see it. Definitely having lots of air is a good thing. You can never have enough you can never have too much oxygen rather in your water. And of course, all the flowing and draining in general definitely puts a lot of bubbles in the air and definitely helps out a lot. So I'm sure that you've seen videos before if you're watching this one now of my system with much more growth than is currently going on right now, although like I said, I just had to do a restart. So that's basically it. I have some cucumbers here that had just started to sprout that are going to go in the tubes there. I think I'm also going to try to do some green beans and some other climbing plants up on that side as soon as I get a new light to go up there. Of course, any questions you can ask me, and I think I might be actually starting to do some more interesting work with this kind of system on a larger scale here this summer. Well, thank you for watching.